Hello everyone, and I hope you're all doing okay. We're going to be looking in this video, part one of it anyway, unusual football stadiums, and not just in the UK, but around the world. So, number 32 on the list is Gay Meadow in England. This was Shrewsbury Town's home from 1910 to 2007. Gay Meadow itself was your typical lower league English ground, but it's what went on behind it that made it unusual. For many years, local coracle maker, a coracle is a small, lightweight boat traditional in nearby Wales, called Fred Davis, would be stationed on the River Severn, which flowed right down the back of one stand, and this was in order to retrieve any stray footballs. The next one on the list is the New Lawn, also in England, and at first glance Forest Green Rovers' New Lawn doesn't stand out as being noticeably different from most other grounds in the lower reaches of the English football pyramid, but delve a little deeper. Forest Green are regularly cited as the world's greenest football club, and the New Lawn is one of the most environmentally friendly stadiums around. Its eco-friendly features include the world's first organic football pitch and solar panels on the roofs of the stands. Everyone should remember this one, number 30, the Wembley Stadium. The old Wembley had two hugely distinctive architectural features, the iconic Twin Towers, which were demolished when rebuilding the home of football in the early 2000s, and replaced with something equally unusual, a great big arch. Visible for miles around, the arch sits 133 metres above the stadium at its highest point and spans 315 metres. I'll ask you to spare a thought for the poor bugger that has to climb the ladder inside to change the bulbs which illuminate the London landmark at night. Let's hope the long life energy saver LEDs. The next one, number 29, is the Aviva Stadium. This is located in Ireland. Completed in 2010, Dublin's Aviva Stadium replaced Lansdowne Road as Ireland's national stadium, and it's one of the most impressive grounds in Europe. It's almost one of the most unique, thanks to one end being significantly shorter than the other, a nod to its predecessor, but also necessary to avoid blocking out the sun for people living in the houses directly opposite. How considerate. Number 28 on our list is the Pontiac Silverdome in the USA. With the USA hosting the 1994 World Cup, it was always going to be a tournament with a difference, and that included the very first World Cup games played indoors. Located in the northern state of Michigan, the Pontiac Silverdome held more than 90,000 supporters at its biggest and featured a fiberglass roof held up by air pressure, which ultimately didn't prove especially waterproof, so no point in having a roof in the first place then. Number 27 on our list is the Olympiastadion in Munich, Germany. Staying on the theme of roofs, the net-resembling canopy stretched across the ball-like expanse of Munich's Olympia Stadium must be one of the most impressive anywhere in the world, although it does leave one side exposed to the elements. I can't think of another one like it, and it's a shame that this magnificent arena, the scene of England's historic 5-1 thrashing of Germany in 2001, is no longer used for top-level football. Back in England now, and we go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was due to have a cheese room, the height of corporate decadence, but devastatingly, the plan that crumbled like cheese. Nonetheless, the non-London Giants' swanky home, built on the site of their former ground, White Hart Lane, has its quirks, most notably a pitch which divides into sections and can be retracted to reveal an artificial surface for NFL games. Next up is the Dell. Southampton's old home ground was considerably more charming than their current stadium, St Mary's, thanks in no small part to the curiously shaped Milton Road stand behind one goal. With no more land to play with, the Saints ended up with this quirky triangular construction. The stand went from barely 10 rows of seats at one end to around 5 times that at the other. Next on our list is the Great Strahov Stadium. Why have one stadium when you can have 9? Yes, 9. That's how many the vast Great Strahov Stadium had room for, full-size ones as well. Boasting a capacity of 250,000, enough to hold the population of Southampton as it happens, the stadium later became a training ground for local club Sparta Prague. The next on our list, I'll try and pronounce this one right, Estadio Municipal de Aveiro. I think I pronounced that right. Tough if I ain't. No one wants to see their stadium on TV full of empty seats. Unfortunately, the designers of this stadium in Portugal had a solution. One of the venues for Euro 2004, the stadium, home to lower league club Beira-Mar, features multicoloured seats which give the impression that the stands are full when they are actually full or not. Quite quirky. Next on our list is La Bombonera in Argentina, the iconic home of the Argentine giants Boca Juniors. La Bombonera translates from Spanish to English as the chocolate box, owing to its distinctive shape. Featuring a flat stand on one side and 3 curiously steep stands on the other 3 sides, the intimidating Bombonera has a capacity of almost 60,000. That's a lot of chocolates. The next one is another weirdly named stadium, the 59-seater Mumbatho Stadium. This is in South Africa. It contains some of the most unique-looking stands anywhere in the world. Built by an Israeli construction firm, the triangular stands make it look like they never finished unfolding it. And get a load of those beastly floodlights. Not that they're needed much for football. The stadium is more accustomed to staging concerts and political rallies, believe it or not. Moving back into England again is Loakes Park. Perhaps the most notable game at the stadium came in 1975. When the Chairboys held Jack Charlton's Middlesbrough joint top of the division, first division that is, to a 0-0 draw in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. Wycombe Wanderers played at Loakes Park for 95 years, and the ground in the centre of High Wycombe was famous for one unmissable feature, its pitch, which sloped markedly from corner to corner. Into Scotland now, and we look at Starks Park. Apart from its highly satisfying, almost rhyming name, Raith Rovers Starks Park stands out for being one of the few L-shaped stands in world football. The stand in question was designed by legendary Scottish architect Archibald Leach, whose portfolio includes the iconic stadiums such as Goodison Park, Ibrox and Craven Cottage. Moving into the Netherlands now and the Johan Cruyff Arena. There's something about a stadium with a road running underneath it, and Ajax's Johan Cruyff Arena is one of the most spectacular examples of such a feat of engineering. Also boasting a retractable roof, the 55,865-seater arena opened with 3 concerts by the legendary Tina Turner, and later hosted matches at Euro 2000 and Euro 2020. And lastly, to end part 1 of this look at the unusual stadiums, is the Soprano Dome in Japan. The scene of David Beckham's redemption game in penalty to secure victory for England over Argentina at the 2002 World Cup. Remember that. Japan's Soprano Dome is exactly the kind of engineering marvel you expect from the land of the bullet train and high-tech crappers. Built for baseball and football, the brilliantly named Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters baseball team left in 2022. I think that's how you pronounce it. The spacey-looking silver arena used to simply slide in a real grass pitch when switching between the 2 sports. So folks, that is the end of part 1 of the unusual stadiums in football. I do hope you've liked it. If you have, please like, share and subscribe should you wish. And hopefully I will be joining you in part 2, where we will count down the last 16 unusual stadiums in football. Until then, cheerio for now.